Coming up, paramedic Ross and Dr. Ketch arrive to find an elderly couple suffering life-threatening injuries.
Lung sounds, no lung sounds on the left side, filling up. Yep. Very short of breath.
David's going to hurt for a bit, mate.
A man on a rural road needs immediate hospital care after colliding with a car.
Burning.
And a concerned father watches on as his young son battles with a possible spinal injury.
At this stage, we'll just take all the right precautions and fly him off to hospital.
In Code 1. In Mission 1, the team are responding to a near fatality. 58-year-old David Willis has been involved in a head-on collision while riding a motorbike with his wife Peggy, and they are both still in a critical condition. 20 minutes flying time north of Auckland in the rural area of Kaipara.
Well, we are keeping in mind this is a high speed zone and there's a significant mechanism involved, and also we may have more than one patient. People in the car may be injured as well. They'll make that decision within the first 5 or so minutes.
Something going on down here?
Yeah, looks like it.
Oh, yep. So we'll be coming in here towards the White Ute, in there somewhere. Hopefully there's a gateway in there.
Just backing it up. Over wires underneath here. Well clear of them now. 400 the skids. Left skid's just touching, and your right's down.
Okay, clear out, fellas.
Paramedic Ross and Dr. Andrew arrive to find both David and his wife Peggy suffering multiple injuries.
Do you want to give me and get just a rundown of what's been going on?
Lung sounds, no lung sounds on the left side, filling up.
Yep.
Very short of breath. We got injury with the wrist.
Okay, this one.
Take this one. Just get the skirt, get an IV and pain relief for you. Okay?
That'd be cool.
David is in a worse condition than first expected.
So, Ketch, I think it's a quick look in the ambulance.
Yeah, with the oxygen.
And then we'll move straight to the machine and do everything else en route, I think.
Their main concern is his unknown internal injuries.
You got any medical conditions, sir?
No.
Okay. And are you allergic to anything?
No, that's fine.
When's the last time you had anything to eat or drink? Roughly.
Hey, Muzz, if you could get that pelvic splint out and lay it across that scoop for us. Cool, so are we ready to scoop, guys?
David's condition is rapidly worsening, so the team will need to transport him to the ambulance where Dr. Ketch can assess him further in a controlled environment.
It's going to be a bit sore for him.
You got an open fracture?
Might want to shorten it a little bit.
Yeah, don't know, mate. I'm going to have a quick look at his back, put the scoop underneath, then we'll roll back on Don's count, okay?
On 3. 1, 2, 3. David's kind of hurt for a bit, mate, but we've got to get it done.
Yeah.
He's got broken ribs.
In Mission 2, the rescue team have been tasked to a Status 2 call-out.
Okay, it's pointing behind us.
Roger.
At 5 miles. Yes, up along this way.
38-year-old Vernon Kay has hit a bank at high speed. He is still believed to be unconscious on the side of the road at the scene. Fortunately, the Code 1 team are on their final approach into the small rural area east of Auckland in Corriglen.
There must be Corriglen right under our skids now.
Yeah.
Roger.
Just tell the ambulance we have located.
Roger.
Going to be a huge amount of dust too, guys.
Roger. I've got my harness on for your door.
Yeah. The way we're going in, this is sort of into wind, so we'll keep it pretty level that way. Our wires are there at 2 o'clock.
I've got the wires, you've got the motorbike there, you 1 o'clock.
Yep, got all that.
Car is well clear. There's smoke coming down now. Car is clear.
I'm happy.
Roger. I've got.
Paramedic Russell Clark will need to get a handover from ground crews.
Got a closed tab and fib and ankle. Yep. just giving him 10 of morphine. It's hardly touching it.
Yeah.
I'm just going to set him up for ketamine before we try and split the leg.
Okay.
Vernon's condition is serious, so they will need to stabilise him at the scene.
That pain scale we gave you before, what's the pain now? Still pretty bloody sore. Okay.
He has multiple fractures in his upper and lower right leg.
We're just going to give you a second drug. One thing I need to tell you about this drug is in some people, it can cause hallucinations for up to 24 hours afterwards. Powerful pain relief, okay?
This young fella's basically come off his motorbike, as you can see. It appears that he's got, at this stage, an isolated lower leg fracture. So we're just giving him some pain relief, and we're going to splint his leg, and we're going to take him off to Auckland Hospital.
His leg will need to be straightened in order to prevent major internal bleeding before transport.
Hey, buddy. My name's Russell. I'll be looking after you once you're on board, OK?
A delicate but painful procedure.
What we need is probably...
Side.
We'll just need something to tie that on with.
Yeah, I have got already in my pocket,
Okay.
flying away. And then
OK, buddy, you should start to feel this working in a second. Vernon. Hey, mate. Hey, Vern. All right. Away you go.
Okay.
With the high dose of ketamine taking effect, they must act now before it wears off.
Yes.
I'll take his boot off. Good. Okay.
Can you hold the leg in the front, Tracy?
Well,
Where I have got my hand?
If you want, I'll take it.
You're right there?
Yep.
In Kaipara, 58-year-old David and his wife have been ejected from their motorcycle after hitting an oncoming vehicle. Peggy has suspected back injuries and is being assessed by ambulance staff, while David is being prepared for transport with severe internal injuries.
1, 2, 3.
Hey guys, I'll get you guys to come back over this way.
As soon as we
Swap sides.
So we're going to give 1, 2, 3.
Excellent.
And back on. Have we got a towel or something on his head? Just on the inside. That's it.
The team decide that David will need to be checked further in the ambulance before transporting him to the chopper.
Now, if you want to go get your ultrasound ready, Kitch.
Okay, I'll set that up.
Excellent.
And back on.
So the thing what we're dealing with is obviously tachycardia, but he's had no analgesia.
No.
He's got a flail segment, to my mind, on the left side. Can you try and breathe quietly, Dave? Just try your best. I know it's sore.
While Dr. Andrew continues to assess David, paramedic Ross needs to check on his wife.
Just the wife. Yeah, okay. Wrists.
Back pain. Fracture to the wrists and the fingers.
Okay, no, that's cool. I just need them now. So this gentleman's got some quite significant chest injuries. We're trying to get his pain under control, but at the same time expedite his trip to hospital because he may have some other underlying problems that we're not aware of at this stage.
As David slowly comes around, his first thoughts are for his wife.
Where am I? You're in a helicopter and you're about to go to Auckland Hospital. Where's my wife? She's going to travel by ambulance. She's injured. She's comfortable.
She's just got a few broken bones, mate. Okay.
Oh, man. I've hurt my wife. I didn't want to hurt her.
I know, mate.
You're right there?
Yep.
At Corriglen, paramedic Russell Clark is working with ambulance to prepare 38-year-old Vernon Kay for transport to hospital.
Good stuff, Vern.
After an accident has left him with multiple fractures to his right leg.
Your finger's right on it, mate.
That's all good. Hey, Vern, be done in a minute.
Vernon.
That's the ketamine. Hey, buddy. Hey, mate, you still sore? Vern. Vern. Okay.
It's no surprise that Vernon is confused and upset. He has received a high dose of pain relief to ease the pain and must be moved before the drugs wear off.
If you gently just lift his bad leg together with the good one.
Just bend that little bush down, guys. See the bush rising slowly now.
So wait for my command, so we'll go 1, 2, 3, roll. Okay, 1, 2, 3, roll. Yep, keep going if you want, because you've got the bank there.
Perfect.
And just, okay.
Yep.
And down, 1, 2, 3. And Dino, if you want to lift them as you come. Awesome.
Perfect.
Okay, Fern, it's all over. It's okay.
Well, mate.
Open your... No problems, mate. Yep. Okay. No more moving now, all right? What we're going to do is load you in the helicopter and I'll give you something a bit more for the pain, yeah? Good stuff. 1, 2, 3. Yep. Just taking this hard board out from underneath you. There we go. You're a lucky man, eh? Very, very lucky man.
Vernon still has a 25-minute flight to Auckland Hospital, where a team of doctors are awaiting his arrival.
Wheels are on.
In Mission 3, the team are responding to a young boy in desperate need of their help.
I believe we're picking up a young child that had a fall.
6-year-old William may have damaged his spine after falling off a playground slide. 20 minutes flying time north of Auckland at the popular East Coast beach of Omaha.
So we're going to a 6-year-old male who's gone down a slide, landed funny and hurt his neck. And they're clearing neck injuries at the moment, so we're quite unsure how bad the injury is, or how big the slide was, or the forces or mechanisms involved, so we'll just get there and assess them and make a decision from there.
Northcom, Westpac Rescue 1's Omaha, landing 2 minutes.
And you're clear right door.
500 short. Keeping back towards road southeast.
Right course back. Walk over the tree, continue forward down on the right, walk over throughout.
Roger. Come on.
Walk over the light poles, continue forward 50.
Roger. Down there will do it.
Roger.
You're clear out, shut it down.
Roger.
The crew are met by the first response team.
How's things, mate? Yeah. Well, look at the 6-year-old boy who's been playing on a bit of playground equipment, about 600 high.
Yeah.
He's slidden off it, so he hasn't fallen standing. He's slidden off it, landing directly on the coccyx.
Okay.
Immediately on the ground, immediately falling,
Yeah.
fell straight to the ground, grabbing his neck like that, holding his neck like that, and that's how I found him. So on palpation, as soon as I touched C2, C3 region, he started crying and was very, very sore. Clear evidence of some sort of compression to his spine there.
Are you dead?
Russell. Russell, I'm Stefan.
G'day, Stefan. Good. Who's this?
William.
Hello, William. I'm Russell with the helicopter. Are you playing on the slide today?
Yep.
Do you remember what happened?
Yeah.
Yep.
All right. Did you land on your bum?
Yeah.
Thanks.
Did it hurt?
Yeah.
All right. Okay. We're going to load you up in the helicopter now, okay?
It's likely William has damaged his lower spine, so Russell must prepare for the worst.
At this stage, we'll just take all the right precautions and fly him off to hospital and just get an X-ray and just make sure everything's okay, eh? Due to the mechanism of injury, okay, so he's fallen directly on his bottom, and what's happened is the force has travelled up his spine and obviously hurt his neck doing that. So just given the mechanism of injury, we're going to take all the right precautions and get an X-ray and get him assessed at Starship. 1, 2, 3. Yeah.
38-year-old Vernon Kay is being extracted from Corrigleen.
Vern's down from Auckland, riding his motorcycle, and he's on a tight, narrow dirt road up in the hills at Corrigleen, and the leech of the car's come around the corner and he's hit his right leg, lower leg. He's actually very, very lucky. He was wearing protective gear and a helmet, and his head's okay and everything else is good. So we've just given him more pain relief and we're going to take him through to Auckland Hospital. 40 miles, 20 minutes. That could have been very bad. Just the luck of the draw sometimes. But as you know, the car versus motorcycle, more often than not, the motorcyclist comes off worst. but like I said, apart from a query and isolated leg injury, he's doing quite well.
Coast Guard Radio, Westpac Rescue 1, how do you copy?
Westpac Rescue 1, Coast Guard Radio, go ahead.
We're now about to land Auckland Starship, cancel sir.
Vernon has reached Auckland Hospital and will undergo tests to determine the severity of his fractures.
At this stage, he has no serious injuries that we could detect. At worst, probably lower leg fractures, so I imagine, provided he doesn't need an operation, he should be in a cast and out of here pretty quickly.
Oh, no, I'll come back and grab it, it's all right.
6-year-old William is being prepared for transport to Auckland Hospital.
Oh, it's a bit breezy out here, isn't it?
Just a little bit.
He has suspected spinal damage heavily from a slide.
I was going to take you off this horrible board, eh? How's that? And put you on a nice comfy bed. I'm going to hold your head, eh? Just coming out. Oh, there we go. How's that? I'll just get a blanket on him.
We're treating him as a worst-case scenario so that if everything isn't kosher, then we've covered it.
Up nice and slow, yep. That's cool. Yeah, right there, William. We're just carrying over to the helicopter, all right? You'll see it in a minute.
Put him down.
Just come to the side of the fin, yep.
Yep, so...
Grab the bottom rail.
Yeah, when you
bottom rail.
Up,
yep, hang on. Yep. Just watch your heads.
It's a scary time for William, and the team try their best to comfort him.
All right, William, got you in the helicopter now, okay? All right, Dad's got to be right behind you, all right? When you're feeling better, you can come down and see us at the helicopter base and we'll show you in the helicopter on a better day, eh? Sound like a plan?
Goes on, so...
Yeah. Dad's right behind you, all right? You can hear him, eh?
You right, buddy?
Yeah.
How are you guys in the rear? We're set secure in the rear. Roger, lifting.
And Dad's right there all the way, hoping that William's outcome will be a good one.
William's a 6-year-old boy. Today he's fallen off some playground equipment. What he's done is he's fallen and he's landed straight onto his bottom. And the pain, or the forces have travelled up his spine and hurt his neck. So instantly he's grabbed his neck because it was quite sore and was crying and complaining of pain. He's got some pain around some of the vertebrae up there in his neck. But at the moment we're just taking all the right precautions until we take an x-ray and make sure that he hasn't damaged any of the bony structures in his neck.
All shut down, I think, Russell.
Yeah.
Coast Guard Radio, Westpac Rescue 1, landing Auckland Hospital, request to
Westpac Rescue 1, this is Coast Guard Radio, that's all copied. Coast Guard Radio, clear.
Thanks, Westpac Rescue.
Copy, Nick.
There we go, dude.
Just dropped William off in Starship ED. They've had a good feel of his neck and he's still got some neck pain in there, so he's currently just having some x-rays done just to rule out that he hasn't damaged any bones in his neck. And hopefully the pictures, the x-rays will come back and they'll all be clear and hopefully he'll be released and he can go back and finish his holiday with his family.
All set, guys?
All set.
Okay, coming up.
About to be transported to Auckland Hospital is 58-year-old David Willis.
We've departed State Highway 16 for Auckland Hospital with an ETA of 14 minutes. On status 2 patient.
He has unknown internal injuries after crashing his motorcycle.
Okay, we're almost at Auckland Hospital with Dave here. We're really concerned about him. He's definitely got some damage to the bony areas of his chest, and we're really concerned that he may have some damage to the underlying structures as well. But we're finding it quite hard to get enough oxygen to Dave. His body's essentially in shock as well, so we've got some real concerns for him. As soon as we land, we're going to take him out the helicopter before the helicopter's shut down and get him into the resuscitation room where there is a team waiting to receive him.
One, two, three.
Are you still sore, Dave?
Yeah.
No, mate. Oh. We've just dropped David off in the resuscitation room of Auckland Hospital. He has a small pneumothorax. He has, we think, a small effusion to the area around his heart, and he's still reasonably sick. So at the moment, they're continuing to get on top of his pain with medication and deciding which course of action they're going to take to get him through the serious trauma that he's had.
3 weeks later, David and his wife Peggy are back home in Albany, recovering slowly after spending 10 days in hospital. David still remembers the moment just before the accident.
We came upon a train of traffic. So I indicated, pulled out, you know, and that's where my memory starts to fade a bit. And I remember at one stage being backwards in the air and thinking, you know, this is going to hurt. I hit that gate post and the most horrible crunch you can ever imagine. I knew that, you know, this could be it. You know, I was convinced I was going to die. I'll tell you that now.
Although he survived the accident, David's injuries will be with him for the rest of his life.
I mean, just to put it into perspective, you know, I'd broken both collarbones. I broke all the ribs on this left-hand side. I broke my sternum, I broke my neck. I'd got 2 huge puncture wounds in the backs of my legs. I'd damaged my liver. I'd punctured a lung. You know, I was in serious trouble, and I knew it, you know.
David's injuries were severe. However, since the accident, he knows the outcome could have been worse.
I was shouting for her, and she wasn't answering me, and well, obviously you just fear the worst, don't you? But this guy was reassuring me. He said she's okay, she's conscious, and she's talking to us. I couldn't hear her. I couldn't possibly believe that I could be this beaten up, and she was on the back of the bike after all. And historically, if you're a pillion on the back of a motorcycle, you usually come off worse than the rider themselves, 9 times out of 10.
Fortunately, Peggy did make it, and both herself and David remember the sound that lifted their spirits.
I remember hearing the noise of the helicopter and thinking, you know, I think that's for me. You know, I maybe got a chance. I was told they flew 800 missions last year. Out of those, I don't know how many lives they must have saved, you know, but I certainly feel like they saved mine.
Vernon received surgery to 2 fractured bones. He was released from hospital 2 days later and has returned to riding. Fortunately, young William was cleared of any spinal damage and was back on holiday the following morning. And for David, he knows that it's a miracle he's still here today.
A lot of people have said there was a guard, you know, we had a guardian angel that day. I don't say it wasn't a guardian angel, mate. It was an angel, but it didn't have wings, it had rotors, you know.